in order to create a bootable disk, you have to go to this Rufus, download this Rufus. So I've already downloaded this Rufus in my downloads. Click on this, open this, and connect your device here. You will see the device here, pen drive, whatever you have. Mostly we will connect the pen drive, obviously. Then select the image. For example, I'm selecting the ESXi 7.0, and then click on start and wait for the process to complete. All right, you might have to click on couple of prompts where you have to agree on certain things and press yes, and then once it is completed, it will say to complete and remove the device. Then remove the device and plug it into your machine where whichever you want to boot using that particular device. I have here Z640. I have connected the pen drive on the USB. So this is a bootable image of the E6i7 version. And now I'll power it on. So going to power it on. I think it's an escape button that I have to press to go into the boot menu. Okay, starting again. On the keyboard, okay, I think escape, press the escape key for startup menu. Yeah, so I'm pressing the escape key. In the bottom you can see. Okay, then you have boot menu. So you'll go to the, first of all, go to the BIOS setup and see if that security, advanced, boot options, device configurations, and this is fine. I can go to legacy configurations. So here I want to change to this UEFI legacy mode. Boot options I have, yeah, so you have the UEFI boot options enabled. So I'll legacy boot options also enabled. Boot order, you can see it's USB first, so yeah, that is what I want. Otherwise you can just press on escape and then click on the boot order. So here, I mean, based on the server you have, it may differ. For me it's an HPE, so I will press an escape to enter the configuration. You can see entering startup menu. Then the first thing is system information, system diagnostic, then boot menu. Go to the boot menu and I will select my HP USB flash drive, that is my UEFI, and I can just click on that. Yes, so this will basically boot from the yes, from the ESXi image. So you can see loading ESXi installer. So we will have to go through all the wizard to basically configure this, and then I will plug it into to my network. So finally it is rebooting. Okay, it's just saying enter to continue. Okay, so this is welcome to the VMware Esxi 7.0.3, and then you have to enter here. Then you have to press F11 to accept and continue the end user license agreement. Now it will basically scan for available devices on the system. Yeah, so you have this hard disk. I have a hard disk of 256 GB SSD. I'll select that. Yeah, so this is basically installing the ESXi on this hard disk. Okay, you have to confirm the disk selection because this will be formatted. So I'll enter to be, and then you have the keyboard layout, so I'll go with US default. You have to enter a root password here, whatever you like. I'll enter mine. So once you match the password, click on enter. Okay, it says does not have enough characters, so that means maybe there is a password complexity requirement, maybe special characters you have to use. So I'll say with a special character, and press enter. Okay, it took it, so you need a special character over there. Now system encounter the following errors: CPU is in this host may not support in future Esxi release, please plan accordingly. Or is not enabled. Okay, hardware rogers is not a feature of the CPU, and or is not enabled in the BIOS. Okay, so we might have to enable the virtualization, so I'll press enter. I'll enable it later. And now you have to confirm with F11 to begin the installation, so I'll press F11. Now it is basically formatting the hard disk and installing the Esxi on the hard disk that you have selected. Okay, so it's giving you a prompt that the installation has been installed successfully. Sorry, Esxi has been, and Esxi will have an installation mode for 60 days to use Esxi. You must register for VMware Pro license to administer your server. Navigate to the server hostname or IP address from a browser, and this. So you have to press enter to reboot. So it's saying remove the installation media before rebooting, and then I will go here and I will remove the pen drive. Okay, and then I will hit on enter. So it is rebooting now. The server will shut down and reboot, it is mentioning, so it will take some time. Yes, now it is rebooting. Now it will basically reboot in the Esxi 7.0 OS, and it should ask me for the initial setup. So yeah, okay, yes, it is booting in this. Now here I need to configure my network so that I am able to access the Esxi on the web GUI. So I will configure the interface on the local subnet and connect it to the router using an Ethernet cable, right? And then I can access it from anywhere in my house, any device connected to my Wi-Fi. So once I'm here, you will have option to basically initialize the or change the network settings. Okay, done. So you can see right now, to manage this host, go to the address is not there complete, so you have to basically go to F2 and basically change the IP address. So I'll click on F2. You can see bottom left, F2. Now you remember you have set up a password, so use that password to log into the root user. Once you are here, it should give you the option to, so you have the option to configure the management network here, and then you have option to restart the management network in case you facing some issues with the services. You can test, we will test it after configuring. So let's first of all click on enter on the configure management network. I'll enter. Now first of all you have to see that I have a VMNIC 0 LAN 1. This is my adapter, physical adapter on the back of my server. I'll plug the internet there. So I need to go and configure the IP address here. he's saying use this what you say dynamic, but I will go here and press on space to select at the set static IPv4, and I am basically my network is on 192.168.1.0 network, so I'll go and say this is 192.168.1.240, and the subnet mask is basically /24, so 255.255.255.0, and IP gateway is 192.168.1.1. so you need to know all these details from the local router whatever you have. So press enter to OK. So so basically I've done this. Now I have to set the DNS configuration. So DNS, it's again saying obtain DNS address by automatically, but I will say use the following. So the primary DNS I'll keep as the gateway only. Secondary I'll just put as the Google 8888, enter. Now you can set the host name as well if you want, but that is fine. After that everything is fine, no need to configure the custom DNS suffix or whatever. So I'll just say escape, or yeah, and you can see the details here what you have configured on IPv4, right? And then once you are done, you will just say escape and apply changes and restart management. Yes, I will say yes, and yes. So that is done. Now when you want to test, then you can click on test, and you want to ping an IP address, you can ping these addresses if you want, and click on OK. Okay, now it will ping all these devices. This is my default gateway and the router itself 1.1, but I will not be able to ping, sorry, because I'm not connected to the network, so it will fail basically. Yes, okay, hit enter. Okay, but as of now I am basically, if I press escape, I'll be logged out, and you can see to manage this host now the IP has been statically assigned, and I will just now go and plug this Ethernet to my router, and then from any of my devices on the network I can just browse to this IP address and start using the SXI. So I will just go and connect, and then I will show it on my laptop. Okay, so before plugging it to the network, I need to enable the virtualization, remember, in the BIOS. So I'll show you how to do it. So I have accidentally started this again, so I'll wait for this to start and then restart, or maybe shut down first and then initiate the process from the beginning. Okay, so let this to start completely. Okay, now you can press on F12, you can see on the bottom right, to shut down or restart. So I'll click on this. It will ask you for the root password. Enter the password. So then you have to option to shut down or restart. So I'll press on F2 to shut down. Once this is shut down, I'll manually start the system again and try to break the boot sequence to go into the BIOS setup. Okay, so the device is shut down. Now I'll go onto the server and start this again and wait on the screen. And for this I have to break the boot sequence, I have the escape key for Z640 HP server. Okay, I'll press escape. You can see bottom left corner, entering startup menu. So in this I will go to the BIOS setup, then I have to go to security, then in security you can see system security under utilities. Go there and you can see why virtualization technology is disabled by default, so I'll go and enable it. That's it, or even for VTD you can enable that. Okay, then escape and save changes. Yes, enter. So that's all. That's what you need to do to enable the virtualization on your system, and depending on the vendor this settings may vary, but this is the option that you have to look for under the security settings and system utilities. And now Now that this is ready, I'll go and plug it into the system and I'll show you how to access the web GUI. Okay, friends, now I have connected the server to the router in my LAN through the Ethernet cable. Now we can check. First of all, let me run the CMD and let me show you that this PC it's connected through Wi-Fi and it has an IP address from the same subnet, right? So our server is on 1.240. So let's try and ping that server 1.240, and you can see it is reachable. So now it's simple. You just copy and browse the IP address from your browser, and you should be able to log in, right? So you are able to log in. Uh, you have the admin password, which is root, and the admin, I mean, credential is root and the password is whatever you have set while configuring the server, right? Okay, so this is your EXXI server. You have the number of vCPU CPUs, and then you have the memory 64 GB. You have the storage. You can also check the CPUs here. 56 CPUs you have, 14 cores like that, and 64 GB of RAM, and the capacity of hard disk. Everything is here, right? So even you can go to the storage and see that you have a data store with the capacity of this much. Capacity is low, I think. It's only showing 110 GB. So I mean, I need to upgrade this anyways. So that is how it is. And you have the adapters, you have the device that is connected to the this. I can see that it has a capacity of 238 GB. So if I click on this one, mm, okay, so the VMFS has taken 110 and the VFS. Okay, so total I have 256 GB, but free is only this much. You can add more storage devices here. Now in the networking, I can see only virtual switch would be one, which would be by default. Yeah, the V switch. This it has two port groups, so you can do all these changes. Anyways, I have only one uplink, which is this one, and this is connected to whatever what do you say uh, devices I connect to this vSwitch will be having internet reachability via this uplink. Um, so yeah, so if you want to install or create VMs, you can go here and create the VMs. So that was it for this video. Hope you enjoyed the content and you learned something today. And if you like the video, please don't forget to share and like and subscribe to my channel. So I will see you in the next video. Till the time, bye bye, take care.